So today my dad is going to make some powder.
Okay? I like your sunglasses.
Thank you. You want me to take it off?
No, it's fine.
Okay. I don't need, this is the sunglasses I can find.
Give it to Dada.
Dada.
Dada, here's your water.
Thank you.
I'm trying my
I want to go inside.
Yeah, it's very hot.
Let's go inside.
I'm okay. Jan, this is okra. Beautiful okra.
So these ones, as you can see, they were cut once and then twice. And now we just remove every second tree on the first row. And then we'll do the same at the back, the middle and back. All these leaves will make it into powder. So what we could do is take an elastic band. Take a bunch of this. Wrap it around and hang it to dry. We can do that as well. See, this one was good. So it was cut. Okay, this finger. This it was cut before. And then here again. Oh, strong finger. This one again. Well, this one was 3 years ago. It was 3 years ago, and we cut it down last summer, and we just left it over winter, and it just came out again starting in November. So this is how we dry it. Make sure it's thin enough layers so that the air can circulate nicely. I've put it now in the sun because it's like 5 in the afternoon already, but don't normally put it in the sun because the color of the leaves will get burnt. It will go white. So normally we just hang it outside in the shade where it's nice and airy and windy. And we'll lose about 70% of the total weight due to moisture loss. Right now we'll use the dried leaves as I indicated before. I showed you in the blue containers. Dry it outside, preferably in the shade, not in direct sun, not to bleach it. What normally has been done then is they put it in a skillet or a pan, and just for 2-3 minutes they do it on the stove just to remove the excess water that is just remaining. However, I put it in these bags that you get from the hypermarket, and when I go to work I leave it in the car, crack a window, and when I come back, perfect. So let's start cracking. Now there's different methods of doing this, so I can struggle with this bag and trying to transfer this all the time into this little hole. I don't want to crush it in here because then the powder might fall out, so it defeats the object. But to make it a bit easier, I would introduce this and then dump everything in here. It's easier to handle. I'll show you. Alright, try to get all the little bits out of there. And we have more. Why first in this one? Well, it's therapeutic a little bit. Being outside, doing some grinding, listening to the birds, doing my thing. It's actually not bad. So as we crush this along, as we said before, 30% of your wet leaves when you harvest it. You can see there we have some more growing all along there. The big one, that's one we took from yesterday. Now this is our like first stage of milling, if I can call it that. Now you can throw it through again, if you can see in here. So it looks like little teeth. But we'll put it in the food processor later to make a really fine powder. So for now, this is good enough. Otherwise, to throw this in the food processor, it will reduce it down to about 1/10, if not less. So just to make it worthwhile, which you will see later on, it'll be better. Or what I can do is I'll leave some of this to fill the cup of the food processor, and then you will see why I prefer to mill it first. So for now what we'll do, we'll transfer this to a small other bucket and we'll do the rest. Okay. So you can see, excuse me Afrikaans. As you can see, it's still rough, but you can make tea with this. Put it in your tea container, 1 teaspoon, soak it in lukewarm water. That's a good, let it steep, that'll be good. So yes, that does work a lot better. So what I will do, I'll fill this with the first mill contents, if I can call it that, crush. Put it on the machine, reduce it, and fill it again. Maybe two times. Let's see how it goes. So something I want you to note is when you do this, sometimes the solid remains on top. So what I do is I will just turn it and let gravity move the powder inside to get a more consistent fine powder. So that one has reduced now to about half a cup. What I've observed before in the small mill, I did it twice. Now today I only did it once, thinking that this will take care of the rest, and having a bit more trouble than before. So what I did is I just refilled it with powder I had before this try. So let's see if it is a fuller container, if the powder will mix by itself instead of me shaking the machine around. So yeah, what I did now, twice I filled it, and what it is while it's grinding, it's pushing the contents of the powder up, or the powder contents up, and then it falls in on itself in the center and falls down again and cycles it through the blades to give a more finer powder.